I mean, I'm from Kenya.
Yes, yes. We know that,
But that is not debatable, is it?
where's your origin?
Well, I was born in Ogenya in Siaya County. I would like to differ so significantly.
Before you do,
Yes.
in Ogenya,
Yes.
in your boyhood, growing up, did you ever see what we're seeing today, the display of power, or the display of, the seat of government coming to you close? What were your earliest memories of events like this?
The earliest I ever came close to power was when I was in St. Mary's Yala. And Moi used to come to St. Mary's Yala.
Mm-hmm.
Moi built the administration block and the tuition block in St. Mary's Yala, where we studied. It was a very big, magnificent building. And then he brought for us the bus, which is called Top Mark. You remember Top Mark?
Wow.
St. Mary's Yala boys were distinguished gentlemen in the country. If you want to remember the names that went there, people like Tom Boyer, Arguin Skodek. They are remarkable names. They are not the names we are hearing now. The name we are hearing now is people who have questionable where they
Mr. Ogola, of course.
Yeah, and Professor Ogola, of course, I was there.
At this stage, I must admit that I'm a product of St. Mary's School.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's actually St. Mary's School, Yala.
Yala.
I am happy that at least this selection just selected St. Mary's Yala boys.
Right.
They are called gentlemen. But even if you talk about Professor Magoha was there. Professor John Odhiambo, the former Strathmore VC, was there. So they are remarkable people. I mean,
Right. And in those days, you interacted. That was
yes.
your first
So
time
Moi
interacting with Moi.
Moi came.
Yeah.
I was a dancer, and we danced for Moi, and Moi left us 100,000 shillings to eat bread.
Wow.
For the last 2 weeks to the closing day, every day you had a loaf of bread. It became to a time when you were wondering whether you should take the bread today or you leave it. Because if yesterday you fed on a full loaf of bread, then the next full loaf of bread.
Right.
Until the closing day. We even carried the bread home.
Wow.
It was just towards the closing day. So when I came
Right.
home, I opened the box.
You're a
and
rich man.
Wow. Every family member could pick a loaf of bread. I mean, it was amazing.
Wow.
But I would say, why I was saying I want to disagree, if Madaraka Day, we're having this 62nd Madaraka Day, and you have to wait to do a road in a country, now that we have 47 counties, so one county has to wait for 47 years to see what Homa Bay is seeing today. What happened in that generation? 45 years, I'm not yet even there. So somebody was born 45 years ago, even they are seeing it now. Of course, they use different holidays to do it, but I want to say that that's not the way to go of things. And if you ask me, the main development that Homa Bay needs is income. Mapato. That's what they want.
Pesa mfukoni.
Yeah, because if you have no income, you are just watching. And I want to tell you, as an economist, there's what you call time spent on poverty. When people go and spend too much time in church unnecessarily repeating themselves for what they are telling God, they are wasting time. When you can stay in a stadium from 4 p.m. yesterday until the end today, which you might be 5 p.m., that's more than 24 hours. Then you ask yourself, when you go home, what do you take home to your children? Maybe they are going to get money. I'm waiting how much the president will promise to give each one of them. But I think that when you find people who are so willing to just watch something they'll watch again, because those guys were just practicing what they'll do, it means there's a problem in society that people are idle, they have no work, there's no national priority. You go back to at independence, what were we after? We never dreamt of attending a Madaraka Day to just listen to speeches, which after the speeches, you are left wondering actually what you are taking. And after tomorrow, those roads, go back there. Those graders will be gone. Homa Bay will be very quiet. I've ever been in Homa Bay from 4 a.m. in the morning. Homa Bay wakes up very late. It's a city that wakes up very late and sleeps too early. Because first of all, there's insecurity at night, just like Kisumu now, just like Siaya also, and just like Migori as well. Those towns wake up very late. Like
How late is late?
Now, in Nairobi here, you can get breakfast by 5, 6, isn't it?
There's even
In Homa Bay,
places.
yes, but in Homa Bay, if you land in Homa Bay, the first breakfast I ever got was around 7:45.
Really?
Yeah, which means that it wakes up late. It wakes up late. Then it's still very early. By around 6:45, Homa Bay starts to become a ghost town. And you go to, yes, even in Kisumu. Siaya, I don't even talk about it. People start leaving by 3 p.m. because what are you doing in Siaya town anyway? If you go to Migori, the same way. I was in Suri last week on Wednesday. We landed around landed here. I don't want to say London.
All right.
London. We landed